Josh. As we come to our gratitude moment this morning, we're going to look at our children's music ministry and invite Karen O'Connor to come up at this time and ask her a few questions. If I can tell you that we had time during a pandemic and just before the pandemic where the kind of music that we're offering for children was one group in Beat with God. And then back in January, we were able to have both that group and also the children's singing choir, and they had not met for a while. And they got started, and if we can use the word, Josh, that you've had to be faithful. We had folks who were being faithful in their call to this ministry. The other persons, Addie Faya, directs our children's singing choir, and then she is assisted by Betty Matthews on piano, and also by Susanna Stenger. And the four of them together provide an outstanding ministry to our children in percussion and in singing. And the first question I have for you, Karen, would be what got you started in this activity?
Well, I got started by joining this church and learning that we had a percussion group for kids. I had a third grader at the time, and so we enrolled him right away, and he truly, truly enjoyed being part of that group. And it's given him so many opportunities just to be part of that group. But what really inspired me is I went to help a few times with Miss Daisy Miller, who I think maybe even founded the group, but she taught for a very long time. And when she retired, she asked if I would take on the leadership of the group, and it's just been wonderful to see the growth of the children as they've come through and their experience with music and their experience with each other. And I think music builds community, and that's what this group does. They build a community of friends, they build a community through Jesus Christ, and it's wonderful we can do that here at our church.
So as we had the beginnings in January, right there and during Omicron, trying those first couple of months to somewhat meet critical mass, you'll see pictures here of this past Sunday when the group has grown since the springtime. Back here in the fall, we found that Wednesdays was an outstanding time to meet because we nearly tripled or quadrupled the people who could participate and attend on a regular basis, and so that's been outstanding. What are the kinds of things that bring you joy or that you see God move in them?
I see, of course, you see it through the children in their love of music. They all love to play, they love to learn new things, and they just get really excited about trying new things. And we have kids from kindergarten through sixth grade in the music, in IBWG and in children's choir. And when they come together, you know, they're individuals, and so we start playing and nobody's playing together. Everybody's onto their own beat, so it's just kind of noisy. But over the weeks, they get to where they listen to each other, they want to be a team, they want to play together, they want to make music, and they start to care about each other. They start to care about if somebody's having a bad day, they will encourage that person. If they're struggling with something, they will help them. And they do that on their own. And I just see that, I see God just shining through them in that way.
Well, I would love to say that this is, you know, a kind of program that would be providing only things of service into our church, leading in worship and singing and that kind of thing. But we see that the children and in both In Beat with God and the choirs will often be the leaders in their school programs. And so we can go to something like Supercussion and find that a lot of these kids that have been trained either by Daisy or by Karen or others are stepping into roles of leadership in those places. Would you please give a big round of applause to all of the leaders? Thank you, Karen.